It's my pleasure to welcome you all to the Jewish Federation of Cincinnati's Major Gifts Dinner here at Hoover. I'm April David Al, along with my husband Harry. I am delighted to begin this evening with the hymn. Each of you is here because you care deeply about the future of our Jewish Cincinnati community. And you've committed yourself to keeping it healthy and vibrant with your overwhelming generosity. As chair of this event, along with my husband Harry, we thank you for that commitment. Between my time volunteering and Harry's past leadership as Federation president and annual campaign chair, we have seen your impact up close. We have a quick program and a delicious dinner to get to, so I'll keep it short. For us, a bright future has always meant creating opportunities for those dedicated to improving the livelihood of Jews in this city. Tonight is about honoring you for seizing that opportunity proudly and with enthusiasm, and being beacons of change for the next generation. Thank you for shining brightly. Look around this room. You're surrounded by those who plan for the future and those who are planning for the future. Many are doing both, including our sponsor, PNC Bank, led by Warren Weber. And his incredible team. Couldn't do this without your support. Thanks. Thank you as well to Jewish Foundation, led by CEO Brian Jaffe and board chair Walter Solomon. We work with an outstanding team of colleagues and trustees. Also leading us into the future, the Jewish Federation, led by my good friend, CEO Daniel Vincent and her team. To our Federation board members, thank you for your dedication. Board Chair Sherry Simpson will expand on our theme of future a little later this evening. These people really are the backbone for our Jewish community. Many of them putting in decades of work on to create a world in which we want, and one in which we want our children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren. We're lucky. So while we cannot predict exactly what the future holds, with your help, we prepare. We teach, thankfully, and listen. We have three shining examples of those that are listening to us and are ready to lead. So we'll get to meet our young leadership award winners, Rachel Gosspring, Kai Schneider, Julian Heidelman. It's because of each spudgers that we have young leaders like them. We feel like doing the vital work of securing the future that we promised them by taking full scale, by speaking up, by giving, following in the footsteps of you, who inspires all to be better, afraid what is your goal. Talking more about that, Mary and I are proud to welcome Federation CEO Daniel Vincent to the podium.
Hello everyone and good evening. It is so good to see you all and it's so good to be here. This is one of my favorite events. I have such energy and excitement when I see you all coming in. And April, thank you very much for opening our program. You and Harry have been a part of my journey from the very beginning. When Harry was the board chair of the Federation, I started more than 25 years ago. And I know April, you and I go back farther than that, so it feels really good for you to begin this evening with us. So thank you. It really feels good and we're certainly comfortable. So speaking of coming full circle, I'd like to think about our community as a circle. No beginning, no end, just continuous. Past generations built it wide enough to include us. And tonight, you are the ones holding it strong and open, so that tomorrow's leaders can find their place and know they belong. The time is now. We feel the strain of polarization, the rise of anti-Semitism, the rising costs that make Jewish life feel harder for many families. But I believe in our community. I believe in us. Because even in the face of challenge, engagement is surging, partnerships are strong, and new leaders are stepping up. Together, we are that circle of community, holding it open and strong today, and widening it so that our children and our grandchildren will always know that they are a part of this. We do face headwinds. Disinformation clouds what's true. Israel is where emotions run deepest. For some, a rallying point of pride and peoplehood. For others, a source of painful questions, and sometimes both. Federation's role is to hold our community together through these tensions, so everyone feels that they have a place. We know anti-Semitism is rising, and the alarm bells are real, here in Cincinnati and nationwide. Safety is what lets us live Jewish life with confidence and with pride. Security isn't just about guards and cameras. It's about creating a community where your Jewish identity can be expressed openly, joyfully, and without hesitation. And Jewish life is rich, but it's not inexpensive. Rising prices make participation harder for many families. Federation's role is to keep that circle open and wide enough so that no family feels left out. At a time when trust in major institutions is falling, nonprofits hold the highest trust in America today. This trust, thank you. This trust isn't automatic. It's earned through transparency, through results, and through shared values. This is also a transformational moment for Jewish Cincinnati. I shared this at our annual meeting. We are welcoming new leadership, even as we honor those who have built so much. You'll see the full list of leaders on the screen behind me. And tonight I just want to say thank you to Rabbi Hirsch, Rabbi Shafran, Jackie Congedo, Kim Slayton, and Sarah Schmuel for being here. I'm so glad you're here with us this evening. And I also want to officially welcome the incoming CEO for the Mayor's of JCC, Holly Wolfson. Holly, congratulations. Continue to work with you. And unfortunately, Mark Fisher is not able to be with us this evening, but I sure hope you'll join us next week on Thursday at the JCC's annual meeting for the opportunity to thank Mark after 13 years of leading our JCC. So those of you who know me know that I'm optimistic, and I like to see the glass as half full. Part of what gives me hope is tonight, this room, looking around this room, seeing not only our seasoned leaders, but so many young leaders stepping forward. Our three honorees, Rachel, Kai, and Julian, are proof of that, and I'm looking forward to celebrating them in a little bit. The three of you, your ideas, your energy, your commitment are already shaping Jewish Cincinnati and our future, so thank you. I often speak about collaboration. For us, collaboration isn't extra, it isn't optional. It is the thread that holds Jewish Cincinnati together, and the way that we build what comes next. Headwinds are real. Polarization, anti-Semitism, rising costs. But the tailwinds are just as strong. The surge of engagement, strong partnerships, and equally strong philanthropy, and new leaders stepping forward. You in this room, all of you make our future possible. Thank you. Federation works hard to be your trusted home here in Cincinnati. And your gift doesn't just fund programs, it holds our community together. Community is a circle. No beginning, no end. It is continuous. Past generations built it wide enough to include us. Tonight, you are the ones holding it strong and open so that tomorrow's leaders can continue to step forward, knowing they belong and knowing that they're ready to lead. And you'll see that spirit come alive in the video that we're about to watch. This video was filmed right here in Cincinnati, in places you'll recognize, and maybe some people that you may know. Jewish Federations of North America chose Cincinnati because our community collaborates, We give back, and time and again, we punch above our weight. This is our story, and it's a reminder of why the time is right. Please join me as we watch as one.
They were attacked on campus last November.
Reports of anti-Semitic incidents in the U.S. have spiked almost 300% year over year. Some called for genocidal tactics the Nazis used as they murdered 6 million Jews.
When darkness threatens, it is your unwavering support that lights the way. To rebuild what was shattered. Shield our community. Ignite sparks of connection. Create sanctuary for all. Preserve our sacred traditions. Plant seeds of hope and renewal. Grow stronger together. And mend deep wounds. When the world calls, we respond as one. Be part of shaping a brighter tomorrow.
Tonight we celebrate generosity, leadership, and the future of Jewish Cincinnati. We honor our Young Leadership Award winners whose energy, ideas, and commitment give us every reason to be hopeful about what lies ahead. When I first stepped into this board chair role, I talked about the importance of future-proofing our community. By future-proofing, I mean more than just the ability to keep the lights on or ensure long-term financial stability, although those things matter, of course, a lot. But for me, future-proofing is also about people. It's about making sure that there's always another generation ready to step forward, ready to lead Jewish Cincinnati. It's what has allowed us to thrive in Cincinnati for generations. This community is warm, welcoming, vibrant, and full of opportunity because of you and those who came before us. But future-proofing leadership and engagement doesn't happen by accident. It takes intention. It takes creating opportunities for people to get involved, to learn, to lead. And it takes all of us as a community to open doors, to widen the circle, and bring others along with us. That's why tonight matters so much. These young leaders we celebrate are proof that when we engage people deeply and give them real opportunities, they rise to the occasion. They bring the new ideas, the passion, and the commitment that keep Jewish Cincinnati strong and vibrant. Thank you for helping to create the young leadership opportunities for these individuals to gather, to learn, and to lead, like in our Ben-Gurion Society or our Ativ cohort. There is more engagement than ever with our Hanani members and with our National Young Leadership Cabinet, and we are planning for big things next year for our next lead group. Each of these activities bring together future generations of Jewish leaders who are eager to do more. We recently convened the board chairs of our partner agencies to kick off a year of learning together. These are our community's most engaged lay leaders. Our teacher, Rabbi Liz Hirsch, asked us all one simple question: how did you get here? And the answer that came back: because someone asked. And that's where you come in.
Please.
As we celebrate these honorees, I want to invite you to join me in this work of engaging the next generation. Many of you are seasoned professionals, past board chairs, campaign chairs, or professional volunteers. We need your help and your involvement. Mentor someone. Invite them to the conversations that matter. Share your wisdom, share your experience. Help them find their place as leaders in this community. Because when we take the time to nurture new leaders, when we welcome people in and help them grow, we don't just sustain our institutions. We ensure that Jewish Cincinnati will remain a place of belonging, purpose, and connection for generations to come. So tonight, I'm so excited to celebrate our honorees. Danielle, can you join me on stage to help recognize our award winners? Each of these endowed awards are a testament to the Jewish legacies created by our past leaders, and we are thrilled to present them tonight. Thanks to the vision and generosity of each award's namesake, our honorees will have the opportunity to attend a conference in the US or Israel to further deepen their learning and their involvement. So rather than reading off their admittedly impressive bios, we sat down with each honoree to talk about how they fit into the future of Jewish Cincinnati and what inspires them most.
I was at the American Society of Reproductive Medicine conference in Denver, and I met a woman who was the incoming chair of Jewish Fertility Foundation. And she's telling me about how they provide emotional support and education and financial resources to those going through infertility. And I remember thinking to myself, we have to have this in Cincinnati. So I came back to Cincinnati and was able to pull together just this incredible group of people to form an exploratory committee. And it was really this group who was able to get Jewish Fertility Foundation in Cincinnati off the ground. We've had almost 50 babies born through Jewish Fertility Foundation here and given out almost $175,000 in grants and financial assistance. And we have now, from Jewish Fertility Foundation, expanded. So Cincinnati was the first. We're in 10 cities, we're nationwide, and we're also looking at other locations. I am married to Dan Pelkowitz, and we are both from Cincinnati. We came back in 2015, and we have 2 kids, Mila, who is 10, and Levi, who is 8. We absolutely talk about volunteering with our children. To me, it's so important that they know that volunteering is something that we do as part of the community and because we want to make our community and the world a better place. And of course, they also see me doing it so that they have an understanding that that is really, truly something that we not just talk about, but we walk the walk. I really see myself as at the beginning of my volunteer and philanthropic work. I am excited to continue getting involved with AJC, where I'm on the executive committee, and I don't know, we'll see what comes down the road. My hope for Jewish Cincinnati is that we have come through this really difficult time stronger and more unified. I hope that it is a welcoming and safe and inclusive place. And I hope that we continue to be small but mighty and thriving.
Of a vibrant community and who goes above and beyond as a young leader and acts as a pioneer in directing funds to a worthy agency recipients. Please welcome Rachel Lostry.
Second.
I get jazzed about the annual campaign. I know that's weird, but
There's so much good stuff that the Federation does. The Halom House, Jewish Family Services, Meals on Wheels, camp. Every time I drop my kid off at Rockburn, I see the police officer in the window. My heart just goes, okay, they're safe today. And that's all because of the Federation. When I walk out of the meetings that we have, I'm fired up. I'm ready to call somebody. I've learned something about the benefits of the Jewish Federation, and I can't wait to tell somebody about that. I'm from Cincinnati. I grew up here. I moved away for a while and I've come back, and I wanted to get involved in Cincinnati's Jewish community. A lot of my friends and family are involved in the community, making the community better, and so that inspires me. Nicole's my biggest inspiration. I see how much she gives to the community and it fires me up. I want to do more when I see her do more. And honestly, I don't think I'd be giving as much time and effort if it weren't for Nicole. Every day, our kids put money into a little change separator, and they roll the change and it puts it into the little paper rolls, and we give that away. And that's kind of how we collect our tzedakah. We don't have the little box. We're a little more sophisticated than that. But we do talk about volunteering, and they know Daddy and Mommy volunteer a lot in the Jewish community, and they are primed and ready to volunteer, and we all celebrate Shabbat when we say the prayers. So we've made Judaism one of our sheer focuses in our world. What's next for me? I don't know. That's a good question. Raising more money, that's what's in it for me, and benefiting the community as much as I can. I plan to learn more. I plan to get more involved, and I plan to extend a helping hand as far as I can.
Granted to a young leader who has given their time and talents to fundraise for our community. Please welcome Kai Schneider to the stage.
My parents, they walk the walk and have led, not just in sort of telling us what they do, but by actually doing it and bringing us along with them. I have a really early memory of being at the old JCC over in Roselawn on a Super Sunday, rolling quarters with my cousins. And there's so much about that day I remember. I must have been 5 or 6, I don't know, but the long tables and the real telephones and like everyone we knew. They were all there, and it was sort of what we did as a family, as a community, and I think involvement like that has been in my bones ever since. I have been so excited to be on the JCC board here in Cincinnati, and I am involved with women's philanthropy through the Federation. I sit on the Religious Services Committee for Adath Israel. I am a new member of the National Young Leadership Cabinet, and I'm really excited for the opportunity to learn from my chevre and to bring learnings back to Cincinnati and to grow that cohort here. It is me and my husband Adam and our 2 rambunctious boys. When it comes to volunteering, I think both in the ways of shared action and telling the boys specifically where I'm going. So instead of saying, I have a meeting, I can say, I'm going for a meeting about raising money for the JCC, and be really specific so that they know the work I'm doing and the times I'm not with them, it's connected to work I care about outside of the house. I hope that Cincinnati continues to build on the amazing foundation we already have, to find our vibrancy and our resilience, to come together and to celebrate the things that lift us up and to be together when things are hard. I think there is an immense amount of resilience and vibrancy in Judaism and in our community, and vibrantly Jewish individuals really lend to a vibrantly Jewish community.
Under the age of 40, who is already a leader in multiple areas of Jewish life, to explore new professional development opportunities, please welcome Julian Teitelbach. Congratulations, Rachel, Kai, and Julian. Those videos were amazing. We are so inspired by your energy, dedication, and vision for what's next. So everyone in the room, let's recommit ourselves to building a Jewish Cincinnati where every person feels connected, every voice is valued, and every young leader has the chance to help shape the future. I would now like to welcome David Harris, Chief Development Officer at the Federation, to the stage for some brief remarks.
Wow. Good evening and mazel tov again to Rachel, Kai, and Julian for your incredible accomplishments. And another big thank you to Sherry for all that you do, Sherry. This is such an amazing event, and it's so great to be with you all tonight, and I hope I have a chance to say hi to everybody that's here. It's wonderful to see our community gather like this. I now want to recognize a commitment that quite literally secures tomorrow. When you choose to leave a gift in your will or estate plan, you're doing more than making a gift. You're making a statement about what matters to you and about ensuring that those values live on. It's a deeply personal act that supports the future of our Jewish Federation, our congregations, our schools, and our community organizations, all of the institutions that have shaped us, door to door, and will shape us for generations to come. The following people who we lost this past year understood the immense importance of that act, and we honor their memory as they continue to light the way for future generations. Fred Abel, Thelma Bergman, Linda Greenberg, Barry Crone, Edward Levine, and Norman Wasserman. Onam Libracha. Let's pause for a moment of silence in memory of them and for all those whose legacies we now have the honor and responsibility to share. May their memories be a blessing. Thank you. As you can tell, we care deeply about planning for the future. And the Abraham Moss Society, which honors local Jewish philanthropists whose gifts will remain in perpetuity, leaving an endowment of $250,000 or more to any of the Jewish agencies in Greater Cincinnati. Many of you in this room have already made this precious commitment, and we want to thank you. I'm also privileged to welcome this society's newest members, our very own Danielle Minson and Sally Schultz. Danielle and Sally, you made a beautiful commitment this summer, and we want to thank you for sharing your leadership and your cherished values with all of us. If you're not yet a part of our community's Create Your Jewish Legacy program and you want to learn more, please reach out to me or any of our team members. I would now like to welcome the chairs of our annual campaign, Ed Kurzman and Rini Levy, to the stage to conclude our program.
All right, good evening. So before we conclude the evening with some remarks, Rini and I felt it was important, as we're recognizing everybody, to take a second and recognize the Federation staff. They work incredibly hard, they're incredibly talented, and none of this happens without them. So if you are part of the Federation staff, especially the development team, please stand up for a second so we can recognize you. Friends, what night. We've shared stories, honored leaders, and most importantly, we've seen the reason Jewish Cincinnati keeps moving forward. It's because of us. In keeping with our theme, we are the future, and the next generation is watching how we show up for them.
We acknowledge real headwinds.
Polarization that breaks trust, rising anti-Semitism that tests our courage, and the cost of living Jewishly that puts pressure on families. But this room is the counter story. The tailwinds are just as strong. Record engagement, new leaders stepping up, partnerships across our institutions, and the collective power of everyone here tonight. That's what it means to keep our circle whole. Past generations widen it enough to include us. We keep it open so our children and grandchildren will always know they belong.
We also named something essential about trust. In a world where trust is shaky, our community looks to places that earn trust through transparency, outcomes, and values. Federation is that trust. It's our place, where a gift doesn't just fund programs, it holds the community together. Tonight, we didn't talk about the future in the abstract. We saw it, from a TEAD to National Young Leadership Cabinet, from honorees to mentors who brought them in. The pipeline is real and it's growing because of us. Please keep leading by doing. Bring one more person into the circle this year.
Finally, thank you. Whether your support is annual, multi-year, or part of a legacy plan, you are the reason that we can be openly, joyfully, proudly Jewish, with hope, pride, and purpose. Your generosity makes Jewish life safer, more accessible, and more connected. That's the story of tonight. That's the story that we'll keep writing together. On behalf of all of us, thank you for your generosity, tonight and every year. Together as one, we will keep Jewish Cincinnati strong, welcoming, and full of promise.
We would like to leave you with something Danielle said earlier this evening. Collaboration isn't extra, it isn't optional. It's the thread that holds Jewish Cincinnati together and the way we build what comes next. We have the evidence in this room. Our future is now, and because of you, that future is bright. Good night. Thank you. Shana Tova.